Hello guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. So today we are talking about the anatomy of the human body. So let me introduce myself. My name is Sachin Sarawat. I'm a medical student and I'm at the third year. So let's get started. So guys, first of all, let's see which are going to be covered in this video. The first of all, it's the anatomical planes, position and the axis. Second one is the skeleton of the human body. Third is about the information on the bones, and fourth is about the skeleton of the trunk. Okay, so first of all, what's the anatomical position? It's the description of any region or a part of the body in a specific distance. In the anatomical position, the body is upright, directly facing to the observer, feet flat and directed forward. The upper limbs are at the body's sides, which are the palms facing forward. In the anatomical planes, what are the anatomical planes? Let's see. The anatomical planes in a human, there is three basic planes. So there is in the zoological anatomy, it's about the sagittal, coronal and transverse planes. A human in the anatomical position can be described using a coordinate system with the z-axis. Like see, it's x, y and z. There are three axes here, right? Okay, so these are about the directional references. So how will you say that? Like anything which is the superior, or you can say which is up or down. According to anatomy, the up thing is the cranial, you can see here, and inferior one or down one is known as the caudal. So as like anterior and posterior. So front is anterior or anti, posterior is post. So anti, post, anti, post. The front is anti and the posterior, you can say the postman is at the back side, or anti is in the front side. Superior and inferior is also like very easy to remember. Like superior, the Superman. How will it go? It will go up, and the inferior, it's basically down, the opposite to the superior. So proximal and the distal. So how will you understand the proximal? Like anything, like any reference which is near to the joint. Like see, here is the joint, the humerus joint with the scapula. So it's the proximal part here, and distal, which is the away from the joint. See, you can even see here like this big arrow. And about the medial and the lateral. So assume like there is a line here, or anything which is near to the like the central line of the body, which is known as the medial, and anything which is away from the central line as compared to this is known as the lateral. Okay, then about the anatomical planes. So guys, we have the three planes basically, which tells about the anatomical position. So these are the coronal plane, sagittal plane or medial plane, or third one is the axial plane, or you can say the transverse plane. So the coronal plane, first of all, this plane divides body into the front and the back side. As you can see the red one here, it divides like in the anterior and posterior part, the sagittal. It divides the body into the left and the right section, or you can say the medium. Like it divides into equal left and the right parts, or the axial, horizontal or transverse, like C. You can have a like idea about this thing, like see. So this is going from here, so it divides, the red divides from the like anterior and the posterior. The green divides like left and the right, and the axial or transverse plane, it basically divides from here, like this part, like up equals to down. So it divides basically in the upper and the lower segment of the body. Okay, let's go further. The parietal layers of the membrane. So these are the membranes that line the wall of the body cavity. Parient, like it's a Latin word which refers to the cavity wall. The visceral layer of the membrane covers the organs, for example the viscera. As you will study the lungs and all about the like internal organs, you will get these points, right? So between the parietal and visceral layer is a very thin fluid serous space of cavity, which is known as the like, that's known as the basically pleura. Pleura is like a cavity of wall, you can simply say. The next part is the superficial and deep. So what's superficial and what's deep? So superficial, which basically lie away from the center, and like see its arm, and this is the deep thing. So these are the deep veins, or you can say nerves or arteries, and this is the superficial. You can say the superficial, it's the skin, and deep, it's the bone. You can get an idea right here. So it's the bone and it's the skin. So let's talk about the skeleton. What does the skeleton do and for? So skeleton, it basically serves the 6 functions. The first function is the support, second one is the movement, third one is the protection, fourth is the production of blood cells, you can say RBCs and WBCs, fifth one is the storage of minerals, and sixth one is the endocrine regulation. Okay, so what's the biological function of the skeleton? Biologically, the skeleton serves only 2 functions. First is the mineral metabolism, and second is the function of hemopoiesis. So what is the mineral metabolism? Mineral metabolism disorders are abnormal level of minerals, which may be above or may be down. So either too much or too little in the blood pressure, or the blood. Bones are reservoir of the minerals. Salt, phosphorus, calcium, iron. So these are the minerals here. It's about 97% of bony calcium and phosphorus. And second one is the hemopoiesis. What is hemopoiesis, guys? As you will study in the physiology, it's the formation of the RBCs, or you can say red blood cells, since the bone marrow is located in the bones. We will talk about the bone marrow too. So guys, let's talk about the development of the skeleton. So the first germ of endoskeleton in all vertebrates are notochord, which is arising from the ectoderm. So what is the ectoderm, guys? So when you will study embryology, you will find there are the 3 layers. The development of the child, that's the ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. So this is the ectoderm. So skeleton derives from the ectoderm. We will discuss about this thing later in another videos. So second one is the ossification or osteogenesis. So what is the ossification and osteogenesis, guys? So ossification basically means the adjoining of 2 bones or cartilage. For example, like this is a bone and like this is a cartilage and this is a cartilage, so it gets joined, just known as the ossification. Or osteogenesis, so as the name suggests, like osteon and genesis. So osteogenesis, the production of bone making cells. Okay, so it's the process of laying new bone material by cells called osteoblasts. 2 processes result in the formation of normal healthy bone tissue. This is how the flat bones of the skull and the clavicle are formed. Endochordal ossification involves cartilage as a precursor. Okay, guys. So we'll go to the stages of the development of skeleton. Skeleton develops in the 3 stages. First of all, it's the membranous stage. Second one is the cartilaginous, and third one is the bony stage. Okay, guys. So let's go to the primary and the secondary bones. So what are these primary and secondary bones? So primary bones, these are the bones which don't follow the way of skeletal organization. So come on, guys, let's talk about the secondary bones first. So these are the bones which follow the way of skeletal organization. Most of the bones in the body, for example, the skeleton, like this, the connective tissue, thereafter the cartilaginous, thereafter the bony. But there is a type which directly go from the connective to the bony part. So it's known as the primary bones. So primary bones, these are the bones which don't follow the way of skeleton organization. They directly from the connective tissue to the bones. For example, the skull cap, bones of the face, and the parts of the clavicle. Bone as an organ. So see, the bone is not uniformly solid. So this, guys, is all about the, how do you say, this is, sorry guys. So this is all about the theory, like about the 30% of founding minerals, which are the intricately woven and endlessly remoted to the group of specialized bones. So this is just to study. So the bone matrix and all. If you are studying in the Ukraine, then it must be very helpful to you. It must be asking viable. So the chemical composition of the bones, the chemicals which are composed inside the bones. So first of all, the organic part is about 28%. Inorganic is about 22%, about the particular part is 51% in the bones. So, structure of bone and type of bone substances. Bone consists of the living cells embedded in a mineralized organic matrix. This matrix consists of the organic compounds, main one collagen, organic,
So it's type 1 collagen, that's organic gas, and second one is inorganic. So human body is about inorganic components, hydroxycolase, and others are the calcium phosphate. So the system inside the bone is the osteon or Haversian system. Note guys, this is the most important line of this slide. So it's the osteon or the Haversian system of the bone lamellae arranged concentrically around a canal. So that's the Haversian system. Okay. So type of bone substances. Compact bone is a dense and composed of osteons formed if the tubercles fit tightly to each other. So there are guys, like here it's given like there are two type of bones. First of all it's the compact bone and second one is the spongy bone. Like see which are the dense and fit tightly to each other, that's one of the compact bone, and second is spongy. Less dense, made of tubercle, blood vessel, nerves, and parenthal nutrient formula nourish the invertebrates bones. That's it. So here is the dipole. It is the spongy substance of membrane bones of skull cap, consists of irregularly shaped bony compartment lying between two bone tables. It is consist of the outer lamina and the inner lamina. So guys, there is nothing special in this side also. It's like just for the proper understanding of your bone, like the osteology first of all. So it's the most important thing. So here we came, it's the bone marrow. Bone marrow is the spongy tissue inside some of your bones, such as your hip and thigh bones. It contains stem cells. So what is the work of the stem cells inside the body, guys? It's to make it's basically to make actually. So stem cells basically regenerate itself to form the same cells according to them. So in this case, the bone marrow has stem cells. These stem cells can develop into RBCs that carry oxygen through your body. The white blood cell fight infection and the platelets will help the blood clotting. So the types of the bone marrow. The bone marrow is basically there are two types of stem cells, as I said before, it produces kind of same thing. So it's the hemopoietic, which can produce blood cells, and stromal, which can produce fat, cartilage, and bone. So hey guys, it is the fun fact, the bone marrow to produces the fat, and furtherly we will see about the fat and all the thing. So there are two type of bone marrow, as I said before, RBW, or you can also known as the biloid tissue, and the yellow bone marrow, or the simply yellow bone marrow. That's it. So the function of bone marrow. What is the function of bone marrow, guys? It's the first organ of the hemopoiesis. It participates in the biological protection of the organism. Also take part in the nutrition and development of bone. It's just basically to understand organ of hemopoiesis. You all know that participate in the biological protection. What is the biological protection? It's basically made to protect from the viruses and viroids or bacteria also. So it produces WBCs. That's why this point is mentioned. It also take part in the nutrition and development of the bone because it's located of the apophysis. So this region grows due to bone marrow. So it also provides nutrition to the bones. Okay. So what is the periosteum, guys? So the periosteum is a membranous tissue that covers the surfaces of the bone. The only areas it doesn't cover are those surrounded by cartilage, where tendons or ligaments are attached to the bone. Periosteum, see guys, peri and osteum. So peri means the peripheral, osteum means the bone. So here you can understand the point. The periosteum is made of the two distinct layers, which is very important for both repairing and growing of the bones. It provides a medium by which ligament and tendon attach to the bone. So it also provides the nutrition. So guys, you must see how complicated our body system is. So guys, we have the bone classification here, the tubular bones, like this, spongy bones, flat, mixed, pneumatic. So guys, I don't have see, it's about the long tubular bones. It's just to read. You can simply read here, nothing special. About the short tubular bones, sorry, there is some defect in spider. Spongy bones, sesamoid bones. You can stop, you can pause and read out this material. It's nothing to be told. So flat bones, mixed or irregular. You can see the vertebra here. See, it's the irregular. Pneumatic bones, which consist of the air. So skeleton of the human body consists of the axial skeleton and the particular axial skull and skeleton of the trunk, appendicular skeleton of upper limb, skeleton of the lower limb. So guys, this is all for today. Please subscribe and like the channel, like the video, and